So my hair is freshly shampooed and conditioned, and tonight I'm going to be putting in some tight curl crochet braids, and I'm going to use some black seed oil and some leave-in conditioner throughout my detangling process. So the first thing I do is, I don't have to perfectly have this parted because it's not going to matter. So I just kind of separate it piece by piece here. And get that out the way. And I just put my black seed oil in a small container. And I just go ahead and go through my hair with it on those parts. I just gently separate each little section and kind of just oil my scalp with it. And then I take one more little dab and I put it on my ends. And for me, I know the black seed oil is pretty thick, so what I do is I just put the leave-in on first, and then I put the oil in for the lock-in method. But I just did that a little out of order just now. So I take about a dime size, run that through, and I just detangle, starting at the root. And I do have 4C hair, and you saw how easy that was with this this easy detangler brush. So after that, I just go ahead and I 2-strand twist that until I've gone through my whole head doing that same method. And after that, I'll go in and I'll blow dry it and then braid my hair down and get it ready for the crochets to go in. So I'm going to do one more section in the correct order just to show you. So in this section, I am going to put my leave-in detangler. Then I'm going to go in and apply some black seed oil to my scalp. Put some black seed on my ends. And then go in with the easy detangler brush and get that nice and smoothed out and detangled. So I'm going to come back once it's all detangled, and I'm going to go ahead and get it braided down. I'm going to very quickly show you just a couple sections of how I blow dry my hair. It doesn't take very long. My hair dries very quickly. So I'm going to put this on, and don't laugh at my dryer, y'all. I did this because the original comb that this Silverbird comes with is impossible to find. So I had to find a alternative comb, and I just taped it on because it keeps popping off because it's not the original attachment. So I'm just going to turn this on a medium heat in the middle and high. all blown out. So I'm gonna go in and start braiding it down. And as you all know, when you're doing crochets, they do not have to be perfect whatsoever. So I'm probably gonna do about 12 to 14 braids going back. And I typically do not braid my braids all the way to the end, because when I take them out, it's a whole lot easier if I don't have to start at the tips to take the braid out. So I probably leave like a good inch out at the ends. As such, because I go ahead and I either I weave it and crochet it in to the rest of the braids, or I'll take a needle and thread and just sew it down. I'll come back once it's all braided down. Okay, I have my Queen Latifah on now, my cornrows in. Like I said, I don't braid them all the way to the end because it makes it easier to take them out. Everything is in. It is not perfect and it is not tight. They are not tight and crisp on the ends because I hate tight hair. If anything's tight, it's coming out immediately because I do not want to lose my edges. So anyway, I split my braids down in the middle, and I go ahead and I sew that half up this way. It's nothing fancy. I just do just enough to keep the braids up and out the way, so when I take the crochets out, I am not worried about cutting my hair. So I just go ahead up to the edge of that and I make sure that's sewn down well. And after that, I take the other half and I sew that the opposite direction. And then I pick one braid. I pick one braid to get my edges up on. Not my edges, but the ends of my braids on. And I just make sure that those ends are sewn down securely. Now I could have just used my crochet needle to get it all in, but I just like that extra security just to make sure I'm not cutting anything when I take the crochets out. So I have it all sewn up and secure. And this is the hair that I'm going to be using. This is Twisting, and it's by Zuri, a number 2. And I bought 4 packs of this. It's 16 inches long, and of course I'm not going to leave it that long. But I wanted it I didn't want to cut it in half because if you can see that the ends are a tighter curl than the beginning of the crochet. So I just want it to be, you know, the same consistency throughout. All right, so just going to start at the back with the crochets. These curls are pretty tight, so I'm not worried about this slipping, so I'm just going to loop it around twice and be done with it. Doesn't require tying or anything, I don't think. You can see how long that is. That's 16 inches, and I knew I'm not going to keep that long. So I'm just going to go ahead up this end braid, and I'll come back after it's all completed. Okay, I have it all in. It's nice and big and full. This is 4 packs. So I'm just gonna go and try to shape this up a bit, take some of the bulk out of the top, and that's gonna require putting some layers in there. But first I just wanna get the bottom to the length that I want it. So I'm just gonna clip these stragglers. I kind of like this length. I just want to take some of the bulk out. I love the curl pattern of this hair. However, I don't like how tangled it can get, or it gets. But I know that that comes with a tighter curl pattern just in general anyway. So I'm going to live with it for at least a week. If it gets too unruly, I'm going to take it out next weekend. Or if I can tolerate it extra week, I might leave it in, or, you know, just maybe a few extra days or something like that. But I already know that this hair is going to start to get really big really fast, especially if it rains or if it's humid. If I'm working out, I'm going to have some issues. However, it is really pretty. And it's starting to take some shape here. I want to be careful not to cut into the length too much because I want to keep the length. So I'm just staying up in here in this area. And layers can tend to get you looking kind of big as well, so I want to pay some attention to the back here. And there's no rhyme or reason to this, no particular order, because this hair is very curly and gets really tangled really quickly. So I'm just going with the flow here. And that side looks really good. And the more you move it, the more imperfections you'll see and things that you may have to go in and take off, and that's okay. I as usual with crochet braids, I think one of my failures with this was adding way too much hair in the back at first. So I had to go in and take some out of the back so that I could be able to fill in the top. And that worked out okay. Only thing is it got kind of frizzy as I was manipulating it to try to get it out, but it all worked out. And I like to kind of just do that because I can see what else I may need to take off. You see what I'm saying? Got some stragglers here. I'm gonna go through each braid section and kind of just take off what I need to take off in there. And then I'm gonna go to the next braid section and kind of clean this up right here. And I'm just going in a downward motion to get these layers in there. It's cute, but I don't think I'm going to keep this in a full 2 weeks because I probably should have tried to use maybe just 3.5 packs but you know, it was a learning experience. So what I may do also is just go in and take some out, just cut some of it out. I could do that as well. So it has a nice shape to it. I am definitely probably going to go in and take some more out, add some more layers. I might go up and in here and take some of the crochets out. I was trying to keep up in here full so that I could, you know, style it, you know, extremely to either side if I wanted to. Like if I wanted to put it all the way to that side, I could, and it would be full right here. Or, you know, just wherever I decided to part it, it would be full wherever I decided to part it. But I think since I'm going to go in and probably take some of these rows out so it's not so I think that yes, if I decide to do that, then I'm probably just going to have to wear this in one style in one position for the duration that I have this in my head, and then I'll go from there. But other than that, it's cute, it's really big, it's not heavy, which I like. And I'm just gonna play with this a little bit more and see how this turns out for the long run.